Marvel had the Fantastic Four. Michigan basketball had the Fab Five. Yeah, they were good and all, but here's my current 5 favourite. Shoes, apparel and accessories in my rotation. I'm Nathan from Running Warehouse Australia, and let's get straight into it. So starting at daily trainer position, weighing in at 298 grams for men in a size 9 and about 275 grams for women in a size 8, we have the Adidas Solar Glide. So the Adidas Solar Glide has a 10mm heel to toe offset, which I generally gravitate to for longer runs, something at about that 8 to 12mm mark. I find it helps to deload through my Achilles, which can be a little niggly issue for me, but we'll get more into that later and why I really like the heel cup. What makes me gravitate towards the Adidas heel cup? Well, it's soft where it needs to be. It also provides stability, just to give me a little bit of support when I'm out there logging the miles. And in a shoe like this, I'm generally running about 50 to 60 kilometers a week. It's also really soft at the top. The Fit Counter heel cup really doesn't affect my Achilles in any way, shape or form. So that's a real plus for me. So let's move down the shoe to the midsole. It's obviously got a full length Boost midsole, which is lightweight TPU pellets all together, which makes it nice and soft on landing, but also has that rigidity and stiffness or responsiveness during takeoff. And that's kind of the sweet spot for me. I like something which has a little bit of softness, but still a bit of responsiveness so I can get through my stride fast. Now, moving further down still, we've got the Continental rubber outsole, which again is a big plus from me. I generally run about 700, 800 kilometers in my shoes, and with the Continental outsole, I've never worn through it yet, and there's a few of us who rotate our shoes and a few of us that have the Continental outsoles, and they get a big tick from us. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, is the upper, which is obviously, as all companies are doing, it's a nice engineered mesh upper. This one has a form fit, so I find it can fit a whole variety of shapes, kind of sizes in feet, and it has a really nice stretch to it. So again, this is something I'm running 50 to 60 Ks in, really comfortable, absolutely no worries. So in the roster, starting at the lightweight trainer position, we've got a really old favorite of mine. It's been around for a decade now. 220 grams for a men's size 9, about 190 grams for a women's size 8, 4mm heel to toe offset. Of course, I'm talking about the Saucony Kinvara. This is version 10. The 1 may have started my love affair with the Kinvara series, but the 10 is definitely one of their better updates. In this shoe, I'm probably running between 15 to 20, 25 kilometers a week in it, and most of that is faster tempo workouts or faster sessions on the road, that get up to that 10, 15K mark. So the Kinvara, responsive, tick. Lightweight, tick. So if you want to run fast, it's definitely the shoe for you. Now, my one drawback to it is, and yes, this is the one I wear, it has a little bit of wear on it. It's not super durable, but for me, that's such a small part of it. I want to be able to run fast in it. I want just that little bit of cushion it offers, and I can run anything from a half marathon to a marathon in this shoe really comfortably. And as I'm getting a little bit older, I do like that little bit of extra softness that it offers me. And again, in previous series, I've run half Ironman races in it, Ironman races in it. And whilst I haven't enjoyed the runs, I can't say it hasn't been because of the shoe. The shoe's always done me really well. So in the racing flat position, weighing in at about 195 grams, size 9 for men, 175 grams for a size 8 for women's, 10mm heel to toe offset is of course the New Balance 1400. This is a shoe that I'm really comfortable in doing fast track workouts, fast road workouts. Again, as I mentioned before, I'm getting older. I like a little bit more cushion in my shoes, and even for a racing flat, I like that little bit of extra spring, let's call it. So when I'm out there running anywhere from a 10K race, half marathon, the 1400 really offers me that. So the 1400 has a super comfortable engineered mesh upper, and it has a really nice midfoot lock, because when you're racing, you don't want to think about moving around in that shoe, and not once have I ever worried about moving around in the shoe when I've been racing in the 1400. So let's move on to the apparel position now in the lineup. And for me, that's one of the most important spots that a runner can worry about is the shorts, because you don't want to be worrying about it on race day, trust me. You want comfort in a short, you want support in a short, and you don't want to chafe in a short. And for me personally, my go-to is the Rabbit shorts in general. This one specifically being the Rabbit Best in Show 2-inch. Now I've recently, or most recently I should say, worn this in a 32K race, and not once did I ever worry about any discomfort downstairs. Ultra lightweight, quick dry fabric. It's got a really large key pocket in the front, which I have managed to fit up to 3 gels into at a squeeze. And again, they're just a super comfortable all-day short. And so talking about gels, my current go-to definitely has to be the Maurten 100 gel. I spoke earlier about a 32K race I did. What was my gel of choice? Well, it's been Maurten for the last 6 months, and for the race, it definitely was no exception. I'd have to say that I'm generally pretty lucky and haven't had any major GI upset. Occasionally with some gels I can find minor irritation, and I've used a lot of gels over a lot of different race distances, 32K, half marathon, full marathon, and Maurten for the last 6 months has been one of the best and is definitely my go-to now. So if you want to look at any of my current favourites or plenty more that we have to offer, as always you can head to Running Warehouse Australia, runningwarehouse.com.au.